it seems to keep you young, and I guess that's what I get out of it. I want to grow up with my kids doing it, and if they don't enjoy it, I'll teach them to drive the boat, so I can.
Hank Butler's love for barefoot water skiing is contagious. After watching him glide effortlessly across the water, I decided it was time for yours truly to learn the sport.
Yeah. Just think about the fact that you have such a super advantage by those size 14 feet. We learned what we call the beat and slam method, and you stand there and try and step off a ski, and generally the first attempt is ending up where your face meets the water at a high rate of speed. And today there's so much easier ways to learn it.
In the last few weeks, my boss keeps telling me, Dan, I want to see more reporter involvement, Get in, experience the thrill of these stories. So my big question is, why isn't he out here? All right, Lauren, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. Oh, this isn't too bad.
Oh, you like it? Let your arm down. There you go. Ideal thing is to weigh about 145 pounds and have a size 14 foot. That's the ideal thing, because you're almost equipped with skis to begin with. But you know, ideal weight is like 150 to 175 and big long feet.
Big, long feet are no problem. I've got plenty of them. Unfortunately, I'm about 70 pounds over the ideal weight.
Does it help to smile?
Yeah, smiles a lot.
As I bounced across the lake, Hank's words kept ringing through my mind.
If you've got the heart for it, we can teach you. I could teach you to be barefooting in probably half an hour. I know how to teach it, and if somebody has the heart for it, I can teach them. All they have to do is be able to listen.
Hank, I'm really sorry, but I'm afraid it's going to take a little bit more than half an hour. I'm Dan Gallagher, Eyewitness News, Hartford.
Should have been out of the way.
Golf has been real good to me. I love the game, and gee whiz, if you can't give a little something back of your time and efforts, something's wrong.
4 years ago, Pocono Manor Inn golf pro Greg Wall invited some of the top senior golf pros in the country to play in a fundraising tournament for Easter seals. Today, the annual event continues to attract some of golf's greatest legends, including Greg's own father, Art.
How proud are you of Dad? Well, about as proud as a son could be of a father, I guess. You know, even if he wasn't a golf pro and it was something totally different, I'm just real proud that he's my father, and hopefully he feels the same way. And we get along real good now.
Looking at his schedule these days, Art is almost as busy on the golf course today as he was when he first started the pro circuit back in 1950. At age 64, he says he has no intention of slowing down just yet.
Why would you want to keep on going?
To keep active, keep the body going, and just have something positive to do. Because my outlook will be a little better and won't get too distorted.
After nearly 40 years of working the pro circuit, Art admits he's growing a bit tired of it these days. But looking back on his career, Art says he has no regrets.
You're looking at one of the luckiest guys that ever came around.
Why do you feel like you're one of the luckiest?
Because I've done something all my life that I wanted to do, and I'm outdoors, and I've enjoyed doing what I'm doing, and I've met a lot of wonderful people along the way.
I'm Dan Gallagher, Eyewitness News, Mount Pocono. It started with a simple candlelight procession as thousands gathered outside Graceland to honor the King of Rock and Roll. Closer to home, a Pittston teenager pays his own personal tribute to Elvis.
Elvis had message songs, I'd say, in his era. You can understand them, you know what they relate to. To me, Elvis is still tops, and you can understand he has more feeling, more emotion, and it just drew from him. It wasn't just music.
The voice you hear is not Elvis Presley's. It belongs to 19-year-old SHAWN KLUSH. A fan of Elvis since he was 4 years old, Shawn dispels any rumors that the King may still be alive.
He was a giving person all of his life. He always gave of himself, and he gave the people what they wanted most. They wanted him. So how can a man, for so many years, give of himself, get up one day and say, well, I don't want it anymore?
Is Elvis really alive? No one knows for sure, but one thing is certain. The king of rock and roll will live on in the hearts of fans like Shawn forever.
Our shadows follow me.
I don't think they're ever going to forget the poor boy from Memphis. I think he's going to go on for a long, long time. I know I'll never forget him, and I'll probably pass it on to my kids if I have any.
The age of reality.
I'm Dan Gallagher, Eyewitness News, Pittston.
Oh, I can hear strange voices echo.
Now I'll fire. It isn't that loud.
Carl Miller's Civil War artifacts were among many historic treasures showcased at this year's Waverly Antique Show. Dating back nearly half a century, it's evolved into one of the most prestigious antique shows in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Probably more than ever, antiques are a commodity today, and people are definitely interested, especially in furniture.
The Waverly Antique Show is a testament to the fact that collecting antiques is just as popular today as it's ever been. Talk to any one of the collectors and they'll tell you the reason is simple. There's a certain beauty and art in these treasures of the past that you seldom find in mass-manufactured items today.
A lot of this stuff is handmade, hand-blown, and everything you buy now is made by machines. And stuff here it's just beautiful. You can't imagine until you come and see it.
As Imogene Decker will attest to, looking at antiques isn't half as much fun as buying them.
I bought a quilt and a pillow, which my husband will kill me for buying it. Bring another pillow home.
I always buy some little thing. I couldn't resist something to take home, that's for sure.
The money raised from this show goes towards preserving another priceless treasure from the past, the Waverly Community House.
Years ago, there were people who thought this was very important, and thank God we still have people in this community that hold that truth and are working very hard for these people that 100 years ago established this community house and wanted it for their children, and I am one who wants it for my children because they do enjoy it.
I'm Dan Gallagher, Eyewitness News, Waverly.